we always ask, the topic comic is about feeling safe and security. So, what ways, Lucky, do you feel? What are your needs to feel safe and secure? And it doesn't have to be related to your work or flight. Just what do you need to feel safe?
Safe and secure. Safe and secure. If it's like my bare necessities, you draw me on an island and I just need something, just let me have my glasses. I need my glasses. If I'm ever without my glasses, like I'm really on edge. Like if I go to the beach and I know I need to take my glasses off, I'm in the water. I'm in the water like, all right, Lucky, just know that you can't see much. You can't see much.
Wow.
So that's like a quick way to get me uneasy. Yeah. So if I ever wake up and I can't find my glasses for some reason, I'm immediately like, oh, today's gonna suck. So that could be that could be like a physical thing that makes you feel safe and secure.
Yeah.
But emotionally, it would have to be like my brothers. Like that communication I have with them, it's constant, it's consistent. It's reliable. So I know that as long as I'm still in communication with them, I feel safe and secure.
I love that.
Nice.
And then currently, in your current job, what has been the most enjoyable parts of it? And then obviously the opposite of that. What's the most stressful parts of it currently?
Man, the stressful parts are most of the time the things that are out of your control, and you just know it's burning, and there's no solution for this, and you just see how long this flight's getting delayed, and it's like international. These people have been there for so long, and you're like, yo, there's nothing I can do about this. We just have to let this fire burn, and hopefully pick it back up tomorrow.
Keep that fire burning.
And the opposite side of that is when you do find solutions for the messes.
It's like, yes, I imagine.
Like we know there's a storm coming. We've been looking at the weather all week. Where we have a game plan of how we're gonna do this, because we've learned from past experiences. Be like, yo, we were not prepared for this the last time a storm came, and then help you figure it out the next time it comes around. So when you do figure those out, put out those fires, that's definitely the best part about it. Also, it's like good karma if you keep a lot of flights, on time, because when you fly out, you don't want your flight to get delayed. So you don't want to be that person at work be like, I'm not helping these people. Nah, like there's nothing I'm gonna do. And then you never make any of your flights, and we'd be like, he doesn't help anybody out. So that's karma catching up to him. So yeah, you don't be like, I don't want to cancel this flight because I'm gonna book a flight and watch them cancel it. Yeah, watch it come back to bite me in the ass because I didn't look and try to fix this. I just went the simple, easy route. Oh, just cancel the flight instead of looking. Yeah, so when you can, help and fix something like that, you're like, all right, this is good karma for me in the future.
What's the one you're most proud of? A save that you're most proud of?
Oof, yikes, man. There was the storm that was in Orlando. I can't remember. I think this was 2017 or 18, where everyone from Florida was just evacuating. Was having to reroute all of those planes out of that area. All right, you guys thought you were going to Orlando, except now you're going to Savannah, Georgia. Now you're going to Alabama. Now you're going here. Because obviously no planes are able to fly in that area, so you just had to keep diverting them and finding spaces in other airports. So you're constantly in communication and be like, yo, who's got space to land these planes?
I'm seeing a tracker situation. I paint the scene for me. Is it a big map and you're moving these dots?
No. Luckily, it's just on a screen. But the software that we use does give us a lot of information. So yeah, we could see things. Way in advance before they actually happen to help us, work it out. It's yeah. It's a pretty smart software system.
I'll tell you a quick story, funny story. So when I was flying out of Brooklyn doing training, and we were flying over there by Fort Totten in the Bay there. Of course, that's LaGuardia's airspace. So I'm under that TCA there. and all of a sudden we had a call that we had to go on a go fast. The go fast boat was going fast, and the crew I was working with had to break off and chase this boat basically. And where they were chasing it, they said they couldn't stop it. They needed me to come help them out. But as an airframe, I was going across the approach end of one of LaGuardia's active runways, and
Right.
I'm in communications with Tower, because we were that close to them, and we're below the below the ceiling. And finally, I had to go. Hey, I actually shut down the airport for like maybe 15, 20 seconds. So they said, our traffic control tower got like, we're gonna have to shut down the approach and runway. Coast Guard, do you need to have this done? And I go, absolutely, shut it down. Did
Yeah,
it? Did
make
my
the
15
call.
seconds? Got out of there, right? But when I got back and landed, my operations officer was like, he's waving at me like, come here. I said, what's going on? He goes, you did a nice job, but don't ever shut down Traycon, because Traycon, it backed, it backed, well, it backed aircraft
That's
all the way
that's
coming
that's
up
that's
the
high
eastern
risk,
seaboard.
low
They
reward.
were holding, yeah,
Like
they were holding everything. Like, so, yeah, I didn't do that again. So
I never did that again. Yeah, I learned.
I learned.
Right, right, right.
We live and learn. And it was only 15 seconds, but it started, well,
Yeah,
What do you mean?
it's
Oh,
the
what?
it
oh
gets
yeah,
the
it
word
backs
out. People
things all the
find
way up.
out.
It backs all the way up, like, because the aircraft are coming inbound from everywhere. The Traycon area is like the largest area, like for three major hubs. What you got? LaGuardia, Newark, and JFK. Then you got Islip, and you got all these small airports around there. I mean, it's just packed. Bridgeport. I mean, it's just crazy.
What?
Airspace. It's packed.
So Traycon is like a physical site. It's not. ah,
It's a base. It's the air traffic controls like major area radar picture of the whole New York area,
Okay.
tri-state area. And then, there's layers of airspace that are controlled by each one, and they hand off to each one because there's so much aircraft, so much civilian aircraft, so much helicopter routes. You got everything going through there. And then you got
Lucky.
Lucky's crew. You got
Yeah.
Lucky's crew
Yeah,
rolling stuff.
and then I'll be out there just
Lucky.
Absolutely.
chilling.
What have you ever had to experience a finger wave like this, Lucky? Like, come
Oh,
here.
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I would get called into conference rooms constantly. Uh, yeah, because it's like like I was saying before, like the job I do is not a job that like you can go to college for and study up on it and be ready for when you do get hired. Like that job is it's just super particular that you learn on the job.
Mhm.
It's trial by fire in a lot of instances, and like nothing's ever repeated in an airline, and there'll always be something new, and you'll be like, yo, I've
Yep.
never seen this happen. I have no idea what to do about this.
Right.
I've never seen this happen.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, like a lot of it's risk management. Yeah, all of my options are terrible options, but which one is like the least terrible? Because that's the one we're gonna have to go with. And a lot of judgment calls. And there have been a lot of times that they were like, "Lucky, don't ever do that again." And I was
Now,
like,
how long you been
"Okay."
doing? How long you been doing this, Luck?
I've been doing it for 7 years.
See that? And I bet if I talk to you like maybe year one or 6 months into the job, you're like, man, I can't wait till I get senior. I hate because I'm sure you were shadowing somebody. I want to be on my own, whatever. And now you're
Yeah,
the senior guy. I'm sure you got young folks looking at you like, yo, Lucky, what do we do, man? We never seen this before.
yeah. And the word and
And
like
it
I'm
happens
saying, how
fast.
like I'll still see things that I've never seen before,
Yeah.
and they'll be like, "Yo, Lucky, like I just got off the phone with this person. They're saying this is happening," and I'm like, "Yo, that sounds crazy. What are you gonna do about that?" I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, yo, that sounds crazy. That definitely sounds like a question for our leadership. Seated over there. Yeah, if you
Well,
need his
pretty soon
attention,
you're
I'll
gonna be
gladly
you're
give
gonna
it
be
to
the
you.
one. You're gonna be the one really soon. They're gonna be like, uh, you're the senior leadership now. What do we
Yo,
do?
yeah, I'm gonna look
It's
around and
happening
it's
fast.
just
It's
gonna be
happening
me.
fast. Yep.
Oh man. Thankfully not. We're not there yet. Yeah, I still have that safety net.
Wow.
I'm just preparing them. Just preparing them, Kyle. That's
Right.
all.
Right,
Kilo.
right. No, that's what's up. Failure way up. And so the chain of
Yeah.
commandment, then it's like you get input from all these different sources. I'm wondering how that all gets coordinated in the matter of, okay, we're making a decision to shut this down for 15 seconds and come back on? Is it
Yeah.
like, I'm imagining Wolf on Wall Street, but Traycon?
It's probably wild like that. No, I don't know.
Because look at it's like I would never
Uh,
know that that's how high pressure things are for you, and you just come off and yeah, shake it off
Yeah.
and get back home. Catch the
Yeah. Nah, it could really be something. Because a lot of people on like the highest form of like the chain of command will have no idea what we're actually doing. So they'll just come down with like these crazy requests. They'll be like, "Hey, this plane can't go here no more," and you'll be like, "It's literally going there in an hour." What do you mean it can't? It can't, do something like it can't fly over water or something. It can't go international for some reason, and you're like, "It's about to go to DR."
It's crazy.
Soon.
I just saw.
And then you got to change your whole process up.
I just saw the other day. Yesterday, maybe yesterday, I was reading in the Netherlands. They're very strict international flights going in the Netherlands, and I guess a couple crews. I won't say any names, but it's a sorority named after them. Anyway, a black sorority named after them. But anyway, they I guess two of their flight attendants were didn't pass the breathalyzer test, and they had to find other crew to take to go with the plane because the plane can't fly without a flight attendant, and they had to find other ones. They had to find other ones on the spot to get the plane out, and I was reading an article and it said, yeah, Delta don't play like that. I mean, they just don't play. They said that they were probably going to lose their job because they're very strict as far as 10 hours, and I guess they're strict 10 hours. We used to call 10 hours from bottle to throttle.
It's so crazy that you bring this up because I recently rewatched Flight.
Oh
yeah, and I was like, "Yo,
Denzel, my man,
crazy, man,
crazy."
This dude was off his rocker,
but can fly the mess of the aircraft.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, he was on one. Yo, they had that report, and they were like,
Bro.
"Sir, you couldn't even drive a car, let alone a plane. Like you were trash.
Could ride a bicycle, man.
Yeah,
he had everything in him. And they almost got him off all that.
Oh, yo, this close.
Till the door to the room was unlocked. I remember Don Cheadle's face when he came in the room. He goes, he came in the room. He goes,
was so good.
He came in the room. He said, "Oh my God!" He said he tore every. He
straight up like, "We're fucked. We're fucked." Like, yo, get your man.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Nah, Flight. What a movie. Yeah.
Woo. Crazy. No.
What? Speaking of which, you didn't want to drop names. Are there any? What airline has the most incidents of reworking?
What do you mean by incidents of reworking?
I guess I'm trying to say which one's better, or like, no, we got to cancel this flight. Like, is it ever?
I mean, like, it's no secret that
that report comes out. Yeah, that report comes out all the time. Late for online departure, like they so they get rated on like push back in the gate on time.
I think Frontier also got a bad reputation for that. Like if you fly Spirit and shit goes sideways, you run that risk.
Well, a lot of it too is like, so, every airport has like so many landing spots, and of course the big majors get most of them and the times. So like the smaller ones have a few windows of landing in and out. Like if you don't make the push out to the ramp to get on the approaching the runway, take off, then you're out. Because we got, and you're pushed back to maybe 2-3 hours later before you get another slot. Especially your major hubs, man. It's crazy. That's why you get a lot of these like little startups that start at like little small tiny airports. Like, you got one here in New Haven now, and like little small like Westchester County, because they can get a little more leniency with the landing spots, or takeoff slots. And they're actually slots. It's called Spoken Hub, I think it's called it. But, yeah.
But that would be the challenging thing about the job. because
Yeah.
I work will be like responsible for certain areas of the world and just look over those airports. We're not looking at like not one person's looking at all airports, so it's broken up into into how many airports you're looking at or how big these airports you're looking at. So if you're responsible for all the planes in Kennedy, you may feel overwhelmed because you have a lot of options here. There's a lot of planes coming in. You have to answer a lot of you got to give a lot of answers because that's a giant airport. But then if you're covering like a tiny international airport and you're like, yo, I got a bunch of planes coming in and there's not a lot of gates, and it's the opposite side of that.
Mm-hmm.
And it could, the range of just the range of that job.
Wow. Okay, this is really cool. I'm thinking as you continue with this job, where do you want to go with it? Like senior leadership. Like,
oof. I mean, as Kilo brought up at the beginning, him and I write. So the goal is to be a writer.
Hell yeah.
At the end of the day.
Oh, that's cool.
So the goal is to eventually not stay in aviation.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is demanding on your time, and more. Less people have your because less people have your skill. You know, your skill is needed right now, and there's not a lot of people that have your skill. You know?
We have people that either retire or they just change jobs. And you're like, damn, it's gonna take forever to get someone else to replace this person.
Now, have you ever been stuck like on a shift? Like, what's your shifts like? Like where the folks who come in and relieve you can't make it or sick. You can't go. You can't leave.
So I work. It's myself and 3 other people. So there's 4 of us that are usually working. And because it's an airline, it's 24-hour operated. We work 12-hour shifts. So there's just a morning crew and a night crew.
Okay.
And so yeah, if someone does call out and then we can't find anyone to work the overtime or to just fill up the empty gap, then the 3 of us would have to like band together and be like, all right, we're gonna have to do it with the 3 of us today because so and so called out.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, happens. We're all human.
Oh yeah.
Right, you miss your flights.
Natural.
Okay, so when we're like, okay, I'm gonna get this job because I want to travel. You got the job. Can you tell me the first places that you went when you got?
Oh man. Well, I have family in Florida, so that was like that was a consistent trip. But when I was like, I'm outside. I went to like New Orleans. That's probably my favorite place I'd ever visited, and it was for nothing. And I was like, this is such a steal of an experience. Like imagine never experiencing this. So and I was mad young at the time, so it was super exciting. I thought I used to take advantage of those flight benefits.
Nice, cool. You do any international visits or mostly mostly in domestic?
Oh, I will. Yeah, mostly when I do fly, it is domestic, and then whenever I do feel like treating myself, I'll go international because it costs nothing.
Right.
I was like over the summer I was in London.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Nah, man. I mean, it's because that job requires a lot, so it's foolish of you not to take advantage of that.
Absolutely.
You have to, yeah. So even when you feel like you're not getting paid enough, you'd be like, all right, then let me try to get my money on the back end and not spend any money on this flight to this far destination. But it's okay because you didn't spend any money. And you'd be like, okay, this may be worth it.
Where, for your opinion,
Greg, absolutely great meeting you.
No, great meeting you, man.
Love the conversations.
So proud to see young cats tearing it up.
Yo, we working.
All right.
Kilo, great job with this.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye,
take care, you guys.
Ciao.
Right, take care, y'all. Bye, Dad. Love you. I be trying, y'all. $99 in my bank, and I be trying. All right, let's do this. Thank you guys for tuning in. Join us next time on Cop and Comic.